Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So guys, take a look at this. I got Bitcoin up here on the daily, and we are seeing, if I zoom in here, we are seeing a bit of a rebound. Buyers getting interested again in the Bitcoin cryptocurrency. So 2 straight days right now of bullish activity after we had seen Bitcoin plummet there for a while. If I throw it on the hourly, you guys can see the trend a little better here for Bitcoin. You can see it's looking like we are continuing that inverted head and shoulders formation here. So really getting over that neckline is going to be crucial here. And we're almost there. That's at the top of bodies. If I were to go at the top of wicks, we would be there. So not too much different there, but let's go top of bodies here. And you guys can see we are almost pushing up past that neckline. Okay, getting up above here, confirmed bullish momentum to the upside. And then, at least for the short term, because we would be looking on the 1 hour chart, we would be bullish. So just zooming back out again, right? Because the perspective is very, very different depending on how you're looking at it. It's looking good. I gotta say it's looking good. We are still seeing higher lows for Bitcoin.47 after this dip here, we are seeing a higher low, at least as of now. Key resistance though, guys, to get above is going to be roughly $46,000. No, I don't want to use that. I want to use the horizontal line, $46,000, which is right up there. So that's going to be critical, okay? Getting up above there. And even if we vacillate in and around here for a while before we start moving to the upside, I could see this as being a very, very likely scenario. But again, we're still moving on low volume, so not a lot of excitement yet. We are seeing a lot of reaccumulation back and around here. And what else is going on? Well, Crypto 5 Max here posted this, the double tap on the overbought channel with regards to stablecoins. So stablecoins are a good indicator of where Bitcoin could go. And, some analysts in the space have seen this correlation and are talking about it a lot more. So this has to do with stablecoin market cap versus total crypto market cap. And we're looking at the similarities between June to July of 2021 development, which marked the local bottom. So take a look at this. Local bottom on Bitcoin, you can see here the double tap, the 1 and the 2. And now what he's assuming is we're seeing that same double tap here, the 1 and the 2. And when you compare that to the chart down here, or rather the stablecoin market cap down here, that would be the blue line. So this is not an indicator. This is just the stablecoin market cap. You can see overbought, oversold. And as we're seeing the stablecoin supply being overbought, it does correlate with the decrease in Bitcoin. So that is an inverse correlation that we've seen in the past, and we are now seeing it again. So overbought stablecoin, double tap for Bitcoin. Does this mean that we are going to see another move to the upside? Well, that is the thought, along with the many other indicators that would suggest that Bitcoin is going to continue its bullish momentum upward. I also like to bring this up every now and then, and I think that unless I do bring it up every now and then, people are just going to get upset if they see the price going down and, maybe you haven't been paying attention for a while. Some of the things that we have to be paying attention to in previous bull runs, and I'm not going to dwell on it, but this structure here, the high, retraced down 50% or so, a new high, but only slightly back down here. This top here, if we were to assume that 69,000 was going to be the top for Bitcoin, looks very, very different than what we saw up here. Okay, way back in 2017, these highs of these bull runs look very, very similar in contrast. That move up, sharp move down, the retrace to the 702, and then the slide down. Same as what we saw in late 2017. Sharp move up, sharp move down, the retrace to the 702, and then the slide down. We just aren't seeing that here, and this is why we're assuming that this is not the top. It gives good legitimacy to that argument. Also here, we saw volume peak, okay, at the tops because FOMO, euphoria, kicks in, and we saw that back in 2013 as well. A lot of volume down in here. And yeah, I'm bringing the chart up and down, so oops, you can see that there. A lot of volume in and around here. And that basically denoted the top of the market. We saw this because of media hype. The media latches on and everybody and their grandmother are now buying Bitcoin. And then, of course, they're buying at the top. The market crashes. Everybody's selling. Then we get into a bear market. Guys, we are not seeing any of that over here right now. We have low volume. The tops do not even look similar. We are seeing this retrace up to the top, which is suggesting to analysts that this is a reaccumulation phase and not, in fact, the top of the Bitcoin market. We also have some other interesting Bitcoin-related news that could be affecting the market as well. So Michael at Val5Links bringing this to our attention. Tourism in El Salvador has increased by 30% since Bitcoin was introduced as legal tender. So get this, El Salvador is actually seeing an increase In tourism, guys, tourism in El Salvador increased by 30%. The country's Minister of Tourism revealed the information, saying that there was an increase in Q4 of 2021, 300 million or so more than expected. El Salvador's decision to make Bitcoin legal tender has paid off as far as tourism is concerned. The law has increased tourism by 30%, according to local media reports on February 21st. The report said that tourism sector is one of the most important items for the country's economic growth, with President Nayib Bukele placing it as the second economic boost for 2022. And I mean, it makes sense, right? You have a lot of people who are invested in Bitcoin. And not only that, it's almost kind of like a double whammy, because these people also, especially if they've gotten into Bitcoin early on, these people also likely have a lot of money to spend. So why not be spending that Bitcoin in your country, open it up for tourism, and if you are making Bitcoin legal tender in your country, that just makes sense. So it says here, by making Bitcoin legal tender, it has put El Salvador on the map for tourists, with foreign tourists outside of the continent increasing. Previously, many of the tourists would come to neighboring countries in Central America. Tourists from the United States make up 60% of this figure. So could El Salvador's move be benefiting the country's tourism industry? And again, like I said, a double whammy. You want rich tourists to come spend their Bitcoin in your country. That ultimately helps the economy, and they're saying 60% of foreign tourists were from the United States. So very interesting metric, interesting observation. We will see if this continues. Wanted to thank Michael for posting that. Guys, I saw another one here from XRP Crypto Wolf. This has to do with Ripple-backed company Securitize. So they are partners. Well, listen to what Securitize is doing. Crypto goes after Wall Street. Securitize acquires traditional transfer agent. This acquisition will see Securitize join the top 10 transfer agents globally with over 1.2 million accounts. So they are looking to bring blockchain to Wall Street, and one of the first acquisitions of traditional finance company by the digital asset firm. Securitize has acquired Pacific Stock Transfer. The company's announced on Tuesday, which was yesterday, the acquisition of the agent transfer, which maintains shareholder records. Compliance and corporate actions for companies will help Securitize bring traditional companies into the blockchain ecosystem, the company said. Once the acquisition is finalized, Securitize will be among the top 10 transfer agents globally with over 1.2 million accounts. Securitize currently offers solutions for private companies to raise capital and issue both traditional book entry and tokenized shares, among other services. The acquisition provides an opportunity for clients at Pacific Stock Transfer, which will continue to operate under its current name, and the shareholders, or rather their shareholders, to access new blockchain-based services such as capital raising and secondary trading. Here's a quote, guys. This acquisition is a big step forward for Securitize in significantly increasing our ability to introduce new capabilities to more companies, as well as the financial services industry in general, with this major step in building and broadening the blockchain bridge from a paper-based past to a digital native future. This is coming from Securitize CEO Carlos Domingo. That's what he said in a statement. Bringing blockchain technology to the current securities market will bring security and transparency to the space. Here's another quote. Public blockchains present a major opportunity to represent ownership of securities in a disruptive way. It is a public ledger that is immutable, so you can have irrevocable proof of ownership of the securities using tokens and wallets. No more issues tracking cap tables. So that was actually from a tweet from yesterday. And then just some more information here, just outlining Securitize's past. But guys, bringing the blockchain to traditional finance. I think this is a move based on what is currently happening in the world. Especially if a new financial system is going to be ushered in, we are going to see more companies like this move towards blockchain solutions for traditional finance types of things like stocks, bonds, right? We are going to see it move on the blockchain, and it's really just going to be a new way to trade, a new way to acquire assets for those traditional traders, those old dinosaurs out there that have been used to one way. And we're going to see this being ushered in slowly. Of course, all the pieces need to be in place before they finally decide to collapse the financial system. And so this is just one piece of it. Interesting to note that it is a Ripple-backed company, Securitize, and they are starting to get into the Wall Street world, onboarding traditional finance to move to the blockchain. I mean, it was inevitable. We're seeing it now. Wanted to thank XRP Crypto Wolf for posting that. And Matthew LINY here on Twitter. Ripple partner Airwallex was selected by Qantas to provide new financial services. So more Ripple partner news. Airwallex has been selected by Qantas Loyalty as a partner for its new financial service service offering, Qantas Business Money. According to the statement by Airwallex, Qantas Business Money will be available in Q2 of the year to more than 350,000 small and medium-sized businesses who are Qantas Business Reward members. And the service will be powered by Ripple-enabled Airwallex, guys. Jack Zhang, Airwallex co-founder and CEO, this is what he said: "This partnership is a testament to the strength to our competitive global finance infrastructure that we've been building out over the last 6 years. Our platform empowers small businesses to operate globally without complexities and remove barriers to international expansion. It also enables larger organizations like Qantas to provide these same benefits to their customers through seamless integration. We're very excited to work together with one of the most iconic brands in Australia to continue to remove the constraints that Australian companies face in the current global financial system." So, utilizing and leveraging the power of Airwallex, running on Ripple, of course, this is what's giving Airwallex their leg up, the secondary, tertiary partnerships. And so now they have just been selected by Qantas Loyalty to power their business. Guys, this is how Ripple companies get bigger, Ripple-enabled companies, Ripple-powered companies. When you have a better solution, well, you can provide better service. And, this also entices the competition to move in and start getting Ripple-enabled so that they can really compete on that level playing field. So now we're seeing Airwallex, Ripple-enabled, powered by Qantas. Great news there. It's only going to create a better system working on the XRPL, a more robust, more functional, utilized system on the XRPL. I wanted to thank Matthew LINY for posting that. Here's another one, guys, from T-Hole-Betic XRP. BankServe Africa selects TCS, BA, NCS, and their XRP-powered Quartz solution to drive SA's rapid payment program. With billions of transactions worth trillions of dollars, BankServe Africa is Africa's largest automated clearinghouse. And now, guys, they will be running on Ripple. So here's the brief. Tata Consultancy Services, a leading global IT service, consulting and business solutions organization, announced that TCS BANCS for Markets Infrastructure has been selected by BankServe Africa to drive the Rapid Payments Program, or the RPP, a significant national initiative to introduce a next-generation, easy-to-use, real-time retail payment system for the growing payments ecosystem in South Africa in particular. And you guys can check this out here. They mentioned Ripple Crypto Services. Smart solution for crypto services is an end-to-end integrated, secure crypto custody and transaction processing solution for banks and financial institutions. With crypto services, financial entities can streamline crypto assets transfers by seamless integration with multiple public blockchains like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, etc. So they are going to be leveraging a different array of cryptocurrencies. Of course, the XRPL blockchain. This is the payment infrastructure that is really going to be paramount in making these cross-border transfers. So cross-border remittance leveraging DLT-based ecosystem and solutions. And they outline this here. The cross-border remittance solutions enables banks and payment systems to connect to newer DLT-based payment infrastructures like RippleNet for the processing of cross-border FX remittance transactions. So boom, outlined right there. RippleNet going to be utilized by BankServe Africa. Innovative Quartz, also smart ledgers for proxy resolution. Built on a decentralized distributed architecture, BankServe Africa's customers will benefit from a secure, real-time, and scalable solution for account information. The Quartz KYC AML solution will provide real-time fraud management capabilities to facilitate transaction screening and monitoring. So some interesting news there. T-Hole-Betic also saying previously South Africa's Intergovernmental FinTech Working Group, their IFWG, accepted Mercury FX, which is also a Ripple partner, into first cohort of regulatory sandbox for its work with Ripple and crypto exchange Valor. Zago, which is ODL, was also one of the 6 accepted, 54 applied. So Mercury plus Valor, that should be, and does this continue here? It says 3 out of 7. No, where's the rest of the thread here? Okay, that's funny. I don't see the rest of the thread. Anyway, running on Ripple, and even if they are not using XRP today, they likely will be in the future. I mean, maybe some corridors are already using XRP. We got to remember, XRP is only being scrutinized right now in the United States. There are already many corridors running on XRP today around the world. But that's some great news from T-Hole-Betic XRP. Wanted to thank him for posting that. Africa, just another region of the world where this technology is going to thrive. I want to keep going because things are heating up, guys. And if you didn't catch this morning's video on my update with regard to the Ripple XRP lawsuit, the new library or Libri case precedent that the SEC is putting forward, and Joseph Hall's opinion on why the SEC is floundering, well, I'll link that video up there if you guys didn't catch that. Jam-packed, up-to-date information about that. And amidst that, guys, we are continuing, okay? We are continuing to see XRP whales accumulating record amounts of XRP. This brought to us by Michael at Val5Links. So last week, I also talked about whales accumulating XRP. Well, guys, this trend is continuing. An analytics firm has beamed a light on the antics of XRP whales in the last 2 months, and the revelation is glaring. In this time frame, these whales have added nearly $1 billion to their holdings in anticipation of a big break. So this is the first time in 5 years that we have seen this type of accumulation. Coincidentally, or maybe not so coincidentally, BITRUE just the other day said that he is going to remove the Ledger Exposed Rich List, the XRP Rich List, that we all love to scan every now and then to see where we stack up in terms of XRP hodlers. So if you guys didn't know that, that is also something that occurred last week. Maybe because the whale address accounts are just going to be staggering once this is all said and done. So according to blockchain analytics firm Santiment, the largest XRP hodlers are leaving no stone unturned in their quest to gobble up XRP tokens. In a report, the firm noted that the balances on these addresses have risen by a staggering 76% in the last 2 months. According to Santiment, this data was recorded between December 21st and February 2022. So this is all up-to-date data, guys. During the 2-month window, the whales added 897 million XRP, which is valued at about $712 million USD. This accumulation spree from whales is the second largest according to on-chain data analytics. And so, guys, they are continuing to gather XRP. They are continuing to accumulate, and it is not letting up. Now the number is, where did they say it here? Yeah, it's nearly $1 billion of tokens. So the accumulation is continuing. Of course, you know, the people in the know likely know that the XRP price is going to moon very, very soon, just based on this verdict alone. Now, we're seeing an XRP price right now of about just shy of 74 cents, trading right now at about 0.738. Of course, XRP set up very, very nicely. These lows are getting higher, which is what we always like to see, right? Crypto space ready for a bit of a takeoff, a nice Nike swoosh pattern being formed there. And I know what everybody's waiting for. We want to break this high, the high that we saw last year of $1.96. And of course, you know, going up to a new all-time high, well, wouldn't that be fine and dandy? Now, you know, throwing this Fibonacci on here from the top of the last bull run to the bottom of the trough of the bear market, we're still under the 0.236. It's interesting, you know, depending on how you look at this, it is interesting to see where we could be going next and how XRP is really going to react once we get that final verdict. I think, you know, all TA will eventually go out the window once we do get that final verdict. Paying attention to what's actually happening, though, paying attention to the whales. I mean, I wish we could scan some of these addresses and know exactly. I wish we could actually see now where we stack up with regards to the rich list, because it would be telling if, you know, we were in the 1% or the 0.1% or wherever, and now we're down in the 10% based on how many more whales are accumulating. You know, it wouldn't actually make me feel that bad either. If investors were accumulating millions and millions of XRP over just the last 2 months or so, that would make me feel very, very positive. And so this is exactly what we're seeing. Clearly, these are institutional investments. And so just to that point, guys, this from macro crypto guru Raoul. He says, under the radar fundamentals show crypto markets are in a bullish setup. I always love hearing Raoul talk when he's in interviews. He's got a really good take on not just the crypto market, but on all markets. I suggest you guys watch some of his interviews whenever he's being interviewed, talking about crypto assets in particular. He is bullish on XRP. You know, he's got a very macro view. He's got a very broad outlook. He understands full market cycles. And so, you know, he's not just focused specifically on cryptocurrency. Here's some of the things he says. So he is looking at Google search activity. That's just one of the many metrics that he focuses on. And so here he's just taking the pulse on the adoption of crypto assets just based on regular retail FOMO. And he says, with regards to Bitcoin search Google activity, it's just treading water right now. So not too many people terribly interested in the Bitcoin narrative. And this is kind of what happens near the end of cycles, right? Bitcoin gets played out. Everybody, you know, is talking about Bitcoin. And then finally near the end of cycles, nobody's terribly interested in Bitcoin, and what they're interested are the altcoins. Where they see the gains are in the altcoins. So he's saying that, you know, just by looking at this, Bitcoin, not too many people are interested in it at this moment. Ethereum search activity, by contrast, looks decently strong. Ethereum seems to be capturing the L1 element of the application layer, sort of like the social token of the application's ecosystem. So a bit of a trend up there for Ethereum. The Real Vision CEO says decentralized finance, though, DeFi, Google search activity has remained steady but isn't growing at the moment. DeFi, considering the total addressable market of its application, is likely to see much more interest over time. So again, we're just at the beginning of this. We have only seen the first mini wave. Wait until DeFi goes on blockchain for some real magic application. So, this also is going to have to do with the application of these technologies. And once we see them in a real world setting, once we see a new financial framework ushered in, guys, again, it's all going to come together, in my opinion, into one big crypto party. All these different blockchain DLT technologies, they're going to be implemented, and we are going to see a massive burst of interest in cryptocurrencies. And I think that is really where we're going to see a massive blow off top. And so also for non-fungible tokens, search activity indicates that the NFT sector is the new breakaway in terms of network adoption, Powell says. The Real Vision CEO adds that Web 3.0 seems to have suddenly evolved into an all-encompassing term for the digital asset space and its application layer. The true customer application layer, Web3 and NFTs, are getting much more new interest, and that is really going to scale up to billions, but split over millions of projects and areas. So it just gives us some examples of that: music, art, community, real estate, luxury goods, the metaverse, etc. But overall, and I think this is the biggest point here, overall he's still bullish on the crypto market. For those of you who care about macro too, I think we are getting really close to a buy bonds, buy tech, buy crypto setup. More to come, watching closely, but likely over the next 2 weeks. Meanwhile, patience, guys. Patience is a virtue, as my grandfather always used to say. Crypto still very bullish. We are seeing the setup on the chart. Bitcoin still in a bit of hibernation right now before that last leg up. We are continuing to see a mammoth accumulation spree of XRP, specifically nearing $1 billion, guys. If this doesn't speak volumes, I don't know what does. So hodl tight, patience is a virtue. It's only a matter of time before this is gonna fly off the charts. That's just my opinion, but I wanna hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel. Guys, I wanna hit 100,000 by the end of the year, so if you are not subscribed, and I know some of you don't subscribe right away, but if you do find yourself watching the videos regularly, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.